He took away my choices. They all did. But I kept going back to the same politicians. I fell for the same old lies. They were just playing with my emotions, telling me what I wanted to hear. That's not right. Then I realized that I have the power. Think. Vote.
Good evening and welcome to Primetime News. I'm Sandro Ferdinando.
And I'm Zeenat Musafa. Let's take a look at your headlines for tonight.
The inaugural rally of the New Democratic Front held at the Golface Green today. Sajid Premadasa promises to hand over the responsibility of national security to Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca. Gotabaya Rajapaksa meets M.A. Sumandiran of the TNA. SLFP signs an MOU with the SLPP. Chandrika tells Dayasiri to not let the party get destroyed due to personal motives.
The inaugural rally of the New Democratic Front presidential election campaign was held at Golface Green this afternoon.
The rally was themed Ekwa Idiriyata Yanna, or Forward Together. This was the manner in which presidential candidate of the New Democratic Front, Sajid Premadasa, was welcomed by the crowd. Leaders, ministers and MPs of the United National Party and affiliated parties of the United National Front attended the rally. I would like to apologize for something at the very beginning. During one of my speeches, I mistakenly used the term Shri Mukhaya. I apologize from the Maha Sangha and the people of this country for that mistake I made.
ගෞරවනීය මහා සංඝරත්නයනුත් රටේ ජනතාවගෙනුත් බැගෑපත්ත සමාව ඉල්ලා සිටිනවා. මගේ අතින් යම්
Sajid Premadasa will not hesitate to ask for forgiveness when he makes a mistake. We will create a country that will move forward with innovation, new ideas and new technology. We will make the general public, the labourers, the fishing community, the farming community and state sector officials victorious. We will not leave room for thievery in this new Sri Lanka we create. We will not let fraud and corruption take place. If anyone or any group is attempting to deviate us from this objective, I tell them, instead of forming a government, go home now. We will sign a pledge with the youth. We will give them the legal right. We will do the same for the female population in the country. We will create a pledge for the farming community as well. We will form a presidential task force for the farmers. We will further strengthen the relief provided to the farming families. We will not only provide them relief, we will also give a confirmed price for their produce with the legal jurisdictions of the country.
අපේ ගොවි පරපුරේ නිෂ්පාදනයට සහතික මිලකුත් රටේ නෛතික බලයක් තුල ලබා දෙන්නට අපි කටයුතු කරනවා. දීවර ප්‍රජාව වෙනුවෙන්
We will create a pledge to uplift the lives of fishing communities. We will also create a pledge for the labor communities of the country in a way which would not hurt local entrepreneurs. If you want to ensure national security, we need to hand over that responsibility to someone who has given his life for the safety of this nation. A hero who has dedicated his life from the war zone in order to defeat terrorism. I will provide Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca the highest responsibility to ensure national security of our country. I do not have any personal favorites. I will follow a path of meritocracy and select the most talented individuals. All Samurdhi beneficiaries will be given a relief package and a development package apart from their Samurdhi benefit in order to be lifted from poverty. We will also establish commercial zones in every sub-district secretariat in order to help the unemployed youth of the country. I will not engage in lazy politics. I will visit all the electorates, all the constituencies. I am ready to provide you all with a strong leadership. Those against us challenge my strength. I would like to tell those against me, I do have the strength. Instead of being selected by my own family while sitting in a room, I became the candidate of the United National Front through the mandate of the people and through my own dedication and will. Our opponent was handed the candidacy on a platter. My journey was far more tedious. However, I would like to recognize Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, who made the greatest sacrifice and contribution on this journey to making me the candidate. My dear friends, we have a long journey ahead. It is a journey which would render the country victorious. It is an honorable journey and a powerful journey. We should protect this country with our very own life. We should ensure the security of every inch of this land. We should give prominence to our ways, the ways of the city and the ways of the village. We should build our very own developed Sri Lanka, an honorable Sri Lanka. Give us the mandate to achieve these targets.
සියලු දෙනාටම ජය වේවා කියා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරමින් තෙරුවන් සරණයි. වණක්කම් අස්සලාමු අලයිකුම් දෙවි පිහිටයි. අපේ නියෝජ්‍ය නායක සජිත්.
From the day our deputy leader Sajith Premadasa was named as the presidential candidate, the opponents have started to criticize late President Ranasinghe Premadasa. It is my duty to condemn such criticism. It was these opponents who attacked him. No matter how many times they attacked, they could not bring disrepute to his character. In 1977, President J.R. Jayawardena won the election with a 5/6 majority of MPs, while standing against poverty, nepotism and discrimination based on race. It was Ranasinghe Premadasa who was the pioneer to speak about this in Parliament and in the opposition. So we have to understand the hatred shown against him. During J.R. Jayawardena's time, we ended the feudal system, we ended the colonial system, we built 2 large trade zones, we initiated Mahaveli and several other initiatives. But when Premadasa became the president, I worked closely with him as the Minister of Industry to take these industries to the village. We took 200 textile factories to the village and developed textile exports. Is it wrong? We gave employment opportunities to the youth in villages so that they will not have to be a part of the feudal system. Hotels built in Colombo were taken to areas like Dambulla. I got the opportunity to provide computer literacy to the youth while working closely with President Premadasa. He also helped the poor. He provided houses to our people. So I am not surprised that certain groups are criticizing him. He helped the people of this country. What we are taking to the village with Sajith Premadasa is what his father did back then.
ක්‍රියා කරන එක කුලවාදීන් ක්‍රියා කරන එක පුදුමයක් නෙවෙයි. ඒත් එතුමා ජනතාවට සේවය කරා. දැන් එතුමා කරපු වැඩ කටයුතු තමයි මෙතුමා ජනාධිපති කළා අපි ගමට ගෙනියන්න යන්නේ.
Now here are some of the views expressed during the rally at Golface Green today.
Sajith Premadasa is taken up on that journey that started on the 8th of January 2015 towards victory. With the blessings and the greatest sacrifice of the Prime Minister, remember that they will not let Gotabaya lay his hands on the rule of law.
මතක තියාගන්න ගෝඨා නීතියාධිපත්‍යයට අත තියන්න තමුසෙට අපි මේ රටේ ජීවත් වෙනතොරු ඉඩ දෙන්නේ නෑලෝ. අනුරාධපුරේ සල්ගාදු ක්‍රීඩාංගනේ
At his inaugural rally at the Salgadu grounds in Anuradhapura, he said that on the 17th of November, he will release all war heroes who have been imprisoned unjustly. Who has imprisoned them unjustly? They use soldiers of the army and navy to kill and abduct journalists to fulfill their own families' whims. Those who work on behalf of those murderers are those who are in remand custody now. They are suspects. A court of law has not adjudged them as guilty. These are the people he pledged he would release. Gotabaya should remember what is being held on the 16th of November is a presidential election, not an election to select a judge for a court. We will unite, shun extremism, and as one party, we will get together with all of you. On the 16th of November, we will be victorious. I would like to state at this moment that we will come together during the next 38 days, the next 930 hours, and make Sajith Premadasa our president.
Has Gotabaya Rajapaksa contested in at least one grassroots level election? No, he has not. We do not need a leader who parachutes himself onto a position. The people of our country will choose the man who rose through the ranks over time on the 16th of November. We want a leader with clean hands. I would like to request all of you to carry our party's flag high and join leaders like Premadasa and Gamini Disanayaka who carried out the struggle in days gone by. This is the power of unity. This is the strength of being close-knit. This is the power which will elevate Sajith Premadasa to the position of president in a few days. Basil Rajapaksa wants to appoint a terminator. A terminator is one who wreaks havoc. If you want someone who would destroy the peace, the rights and the economy of this country and someone who establishes nepotism instead, vote for Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Gotabaya Rajapaksa mattumata chande denna kiyala api kiyenawa.
Meanwhile, presidential candidate of the New Democratic Front, Sajith Premadasa, visited the ancient Kalaniya Rajamaha Viharaya this morning.
Upon his arrival at the Kalaniya Rajamaha Viharaya, presidential candidate Sajith Premadasa first engaged in religious observances. Sajith Premadasa obtained the blessings of the Mahasangha headed by the Viharadipati of the Kalaniya Rajamaha Viharaya, Venerable Dr. Kollupitiye Mahinda Sangha Rakkita Thera, while chanting Pirit. Subsequently, Sajith Premadasa visited the Rukmale Sri Dharma Vijayaloka Viharaya and called on the chief prelate of the Kotte Sri Kalyani Samagiri Dharma Mahasangha Council, Most Venerable Ittapane Dhamma Lankara Thera, and obtained his blessings. Sajith Premadasa is the son of late President R. Premadasa, who was an outstanding leader and rendered a great service to this country. With great happiness, we all wish Sajith Premadasa victory and success. With the blessings of the Most Venerable Mahanayaka, we all stand together as one to unite and protect our motherland. I extend my gratitude and appreciation to the Mahanayakas.
UNP MP Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca said that he will extend his fullest support to the presidential candidate of the New Democratic Front, Sajith Premadasa.
I will definitely extend my support. Everyone in the party from the Prime Minister will support him 100%. If he loses, that means the party loses. If that happens, that will have an impact on the general election as well as the provincial council elections. Gotabaya will definitely lose. I wasn't against him. I said that if he receives nomination, that I will work to make him victorious. There were different opinions. They have been resolved. We will make him victorious.
We have more news in store for you, but first, here's a commercial break.
ආත්ම ශක්තිය ගැබවීම උනන්දුව පමණක් උරුම කරගත් රටේ අනාගතය අලුතින් දෙයන්නට සැරසෙන අපි දෝපුතුන්ගේ වර්ණවත් සංඥාව අභිමන් වරම් අභිෂේකය අභිමන් වරම්
ප්‍රධාන අනුග්‍රහය
ඇංක කිරේ එදත් අදත් හෙටත් හොඳම දේ පමණයි.
Continuing in more local news, the Sri Lanka Freedom Party and the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna reached a memorandum of understanding today.
Representatives of both parties gathered at the Foundation Institute in Colombo this morning to sign the agreement. The agreement was signed by General Secretary of the SLFP, Dayasiri Jayasekara, and Legal Secretary of the SLPP, Sagara Karyavasam, on behalf of their respective parties. The agreement signed by both parties was not issued to the media.
The grassroots level SLFP supporters should not think that we have betrayed our party. We will not betray our party. We have begun the journey of protecting the country and ensuring the victory of Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Some people think the SLFP has joined the SLPP. We united based on a memorandum of understanding. We will move forward. We can predict the results of the presidential elections today. Through our agreement, we can add 1.5 million votes and 5 million votes. We will have a total of 6.5 million votes at the election. We have achieved this victory. There are two people who are responsible for creating this opportunity. The leader of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna and patron of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, and leader of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, Maithripala Sirisena. Without these two individuals, this would have not happened. Both of them were of the stance that these two parties should unite and bring victory to the country and the people of the country. The Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna was born based on the values of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. When Bandaranayake created the SLFP in 1951, he said, "I will only perform the task of a midwife." Similarly, we perform the task of a midwife. None of these people who contributed to these values can be a victim. None of them can be left helpless. It is our responsibility to protect all of them from both parties. The Sri Lanka Freedom Party is the first love of our leader as well. There is nothing that I can do about it. He always says that all of these people in the Sri Lanka Freedom Party are people who voted for me. So Basil, do not forget those people. But I of course love our party a bit more. We have also included the trade unions and other organizations affiliated to the SLFP and the SLPP to the agreement. We have protected everyone. They thought we will destroy them, but we will not do that.
Former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga has informed the General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, Dayasiri Jayasekara, to refrain from considering only personal interests and allowing the SLFP to be destroyed.
Former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga has posted her note to the SLFP General Secretary Dayasiri Jayasekara on her Facebook page. In her note, former President Bandaranaike questions, how can you decide to support Gotabaya when over 90% of our organizers have stated that they are against it? The note reads, if Maitri has said he wishes to give up the presidency of the party, we will support you to take up the presidency and to rebuild the party. Former President Bandaranaike noted that our party has weakened not because we joined the alliance with the UNP and other parties, but because our leaders didn't have the strength and vision to lead the coalition and also got fooled by the Rajapaksa conspiracy and destroyed the good and messed up the party. The note says if the SLFP was allowed to be built and the law was allowed to function properly and action was taken against murderers and robbery, the country and SLFP would be very strong by now.
Now, following the SLFP's decision, national organizer of the party, Duminda Dissanayake, addressed the inaugural rally of the presidential candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa in Anuradhapura yesterday. This was the response he received from those present at the rally.
Leader of the National Unity Front, Azad Saleh, convened a media briefing today.
Did you all see the warm welcome given by the SLPP to the SLFP and to Duminda Dissanayake? This is what the SLPP will do for all the leaders who come out from the SLFP. Back then, they defeated them and now they are mocking them. Again, when a general election comes, Mahinda Rajapaksa will say, vote for those who come from the SLPP and to defeat the ones who contest from the SLFP. That's their habits. We just made the secretary of the party, Maithripala Sirisena, as their candidate and made him win. But the promises made to the people were not fulfilled. If it was fulfilled, you will never see this. Mahinda, Gotabaya, Basil, Shiranti, Namal or Yoshita in the election campaigns. Those people belong in jail. They were protected by President Maithripala Sirisena and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe.
Following views regarding the SLPP inaugural rally, which was held in Anuradhapura yesterday, were expressed today by the UNP at a media briefing.
The public saw what sort of response Duminda Dissanayake received at the rally in Anuradhapura. We saw how Shehan Semasinghe and Kanchana Wijayasekara willingly or unwillingly intervened to control the crowd. But the people weren't tamed. It was a good pre-example for those including Nimal Siripala and Dayasiri Jayasekara who said they will extend their fullest support. When he stood upon the podium, the original SLFP members will never support Gotabaya Rajapaksa. That's the reality. There was an idea among the public that the president supports Gotabaya Rajapaksa. As we know, the support of the president is not with Gotabaya Rajapaksa. He said that he is independent. We will see in the future how he will remain independent. They said that the war heroes will be released. I would like to ask this from the general public. Have we ever arrested any soldier with regard to the war? Due to certain commands given by them, they have been remanded by the court for murder and abduction. So if they say that they will release them once they come into power, that means they are releasing the culprits. Then where is the law and order in the country? The government has spent 35 billion rupees on fertilizer subsidy this year. We haven't distributed fertilizer of lower quality. In 2015, a large number of kidney patients were reported from the Anuradhapura and Kurunegala districts. This was because of the fertilizer which was distributed by the Rajapaksas for years. Venerable Ratana Thero knows about this better.
දුන්නු පොහොර මේක අපිට වඩා හොඳට රතන හාමුදුරුවන්ගෙන් අහගන්න පුළුවන්. එතුමාට කතා ලියලා දීලා තියෙන කතාවක් තමයි ඔය කරන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ එතුමා ගාව තියෙනවා.
We have a large number of questions which lack answers. By chance, if journalists question him on what happened to Abel Ashripada, he will be speechless.
පාදේ ගන්ටාරේ ගැලෙව්වා. ඒක කොහෙද? බඩු නෑ, බඩු මිසි. කඩුගේ කඩුවට මොකද උනේ? දන්නේ නෑ. ඉතින් කියන උත්තර තනි වචනෙන් දෙන්න බල උත්තර ඒක නෑ.
This was the response given by MPs SB Disanayaka and Dilan Pereira about the decision taken by the Sri Lanka Freedom Party.
අපේ පක්ෂයේ පිරිසක් හිටියා මේ පක්ෂයන් ගිහලා රනිල් ගෙල්ලන්.
A group in our party tried to put this on Ranil. Another group tried to put this on Sajid. Making this moment historic, the SLFP joined with the SLPP and Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The next thing to be proud of is that our very own child Duminda Disanayaka, who was strongly against this, get on stage in Anuradhapura yesterday and make the announcement.
රටට ප්‍රකාශ කිරීම තමයි අපි තාම සතුටු වෙච්ච කාරණය.
විශේෂයෙන්ම මෛත්‍රීපාල සිරිසේන ජනාධිපතිතුමාට
We thank President Maithripala Sirisena for making a decision to place the party in the right position. We'd like to invite President Sirisena to continue to be a stakeholder of the government formed by Gotabaya Rajapaksa to develop the country.
තවදුරටත් කොටස්කාරයෙක් වෙලා ඊළඟට මේ රට දියුණු කිරි වැඩපිළිවෙලට දායක වෙන්න කියන ආරාධනාවත් අපි මෛත්‍රීපාල සිරිසේනතුමාට කරන්න කැමතියි.
If they want to give away our parliamentary seats to someone else after this agreement is signed, we will do it at any time because we got what we wanted. If the president make a request tomorrow to hand over our positions, we'll do it. There's no problem. Presidential candidate of the SLPP, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, has invited the Tamil National Alliance for discussions.
TNA parliamentarian Charles Nirmalanathan informed Newsfirst that SLPP presidential candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa has held discussions with TNA MP MS Sumandiran on a previous date. Accordingly, attention had been drawn towards national issues faced by the Tamil people. Gotabaya Rajapaksa had requested MS Sumandiran to discuss these issues with Mahinda Rajapaksa. MP Charles Nirmalanathan informed that MS Sumandiran had spoken to Mahinda Rajapaksa regarding this. Gotabaya Rajapaksa had informed that the final discussion with the TNA will be held after returning from Singapore. Presidential candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa departed to Singapore today for medical treatment. He obtained permission from the court to travel overseas until the 12th.
Based on a statement made previously, Madhu Madhava Aravinda has resigned from all positions he held within the Pivithuru Hela Urumaya. This was announced by party leader Udaya Gammanpila during a media briefing today.
Madhu Madhava Aravinda has accepted his mistake and resigned from all posts he held within the party, including the post of deputy leader. Now, as a political party, what more can we do? If he had not resigned, the maximum punishment would be to remove him from the party. If Madhu Madhava Aravinda resigned from his posts, what more do you expect from us? Not a single political party has ever conducted an inquiry against a party member with regard to a statement linked to hate speech. If any party has done this, please tell me the name of that party. However, the working committee of our party convened a special meeting with the deputy leader and inquired about this matter. Madhu Madhava Aravinda is a very humble person. Generally, those in high positions try to justify their mistakes and remain in their positions instead of accepting their wrongdoings. However, he accepted his mistake, acknowledged the damage his statement had caused to the party and even asked for forgiveness. He informed the party of his resignation. We cannot take any further steps after he resigns from the party. Presidential candidate of the National People's Party, former General Mahesh Senanayaka's inaugural rally is currently underway at the Sabha grounds in Gampaha. A group of experts, including the former Auditor General Gamini Vijay Singha, was present at this event.
This is not a political journey that would stop with the presidential election. If the country is to be changed, we must win the parliament as well. There were many opportunities for us to take over parliament. That was not what was needed. This has to be done through the vote cast by the people. This will commence with the vote that you cast on the 16th of November. Through that, we will be able to provide the development and the peace this country requires. That is why I have come forward. Do not have any doubts on the strength. We have been successful in everything that we have commenced.
According to the Finance Ministry, the Fuel Price Committee this evening decided to maintain the prices of fuel in Sri Lanka without making any amendments. The Finance Ministry said that the decision was taken considering the stabilization of crude oil prices in the world market.